I'll let you know. Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 222 Southeast Dimick Street here in Dallas. We're located at the left side of the home, right by the crawl space hatch. 3-inch cast iron cleanout is under a plastic valve cover box. So it'll be our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. I'm going to zero out the camera counter right here inside the cleanout. Refer to this spot as the point of access. Transitions here immediately upon access to 4-inch ABS plastic pipe, which is a good sign. Hopefully it's been updated. But anyway, here we go. It looks like here at about 5 feet we've got some root intrusion coming through. Now that I've gotten in here a little ways, you can see how deformed the pipe is right here at this spot. At first it looks just like plastic, black plastic, but it's actually a product called Orangeburg. It's a tar paper product. You can see how incredibly deformed the pipe is here. And it's because it is very, very weak, and over time the pipe collapses, smashes in. You can see just how wild looking it is. And that's because it's conforming to all the different shapes around it, like roots and rocks and everything. So in most cities, this product is required to be torn out of the ground. It was banned sometime around the late 50s, and it's because it is so prone to failure. And at this point, this line is in pretty... It still looks like it's functioning relatively well for what it is. But the pipe is incredibly deformed. We've got root intrusion in multiple different spots so far, so it's a type of line that it's going to just continue to fail as it gets older and older. So I will recommend a full replacement of the Orangeburg section of the line here. Okay, here at 53 feet, the line transitions from Orangeburg pipe to 4-inch concrete pipe. So it will be from the transition at basically immediately upon access. It was only about a foot from the cleanout. From that point out to 53 feet, or I'm sorry, 53 feet, I do recommend replacing the entire Orangeburg section. We got another root intrusion coming through right here. I don't know if it's due to steam in the line or sewer gas, but it's getting kind of blurry here. But I can see a root there coming through on the right side of the screen. Here at, this is 58 feet out. More roots here at 61 feet. No, because we've got issues throughout the line, and more here at 66 feet. There are being issues throughout basically the entire sewer line so far. The line's just at a point where it's gonna, you might as well do a a full update, doing spot repairs. More roots here, 71 feet. The line needs a full update at this point, or at least out to wherever the homeowner's responsibility ends at. Looks like the line transitions right here at 76 feet over to PVC pipe. Okay, here at 80 feet out, this is the terminus for the line. It's the main lateral right ahead there. It looks like it's either the last little bit of the line here has lost some slope and grade, is bellied out somewhat, or the main lateral has a high water level, as it looks like a little bit of the main lateral is kind of backflowing into the beginning of the pipe here, you can see. And again, I apologize for the blurriness of the screen. I'm not sure what's going on. It just looks like sewer gas or something, or steamy hot water. But anyhow, I'm going to get the water turned off, let the line drain out here for a moment. It does appear that this is likely the city's end of the line where it transitions to PVC pipe. Otherwise, I don't know why they would have just updated this one short section. So it's likely that this is the city's end here. It's plastic pipe. Okay, I've let the line drain out completely now. I'm going to go ahead and start reeling back the camera. I'm going to locate, looks like we've got roots all the way, you can see the small strands on the sidewalls, even with it being a little blurry. So I'm going to locate right here at the transition. I will mark this spot with an X, and I will do lines or dots in between the start and finish of the repair, and just to show the direction it's running. I'll mention the depth location throughout as we go here. But this is where I recommend taking the repair to. Unfortunately, it extends almost all the way out to the very end of the line, so from essentially the clean out to 76 feet. Alright, I did locate this spot here. We're located basically in the middle of the road on Dimick Street. Marked it with a white X. It's much shallower than I anticipated it being. I'm getting a depth of around 4 feet. So I do recommend doing locates. And I also recommend contacting the city, as this is very possibly their responsibility from the curb or sidewalk out to the main lateral. We have root intrusion you can see throughout basically every joint in the concrete here so far.
I'll fix it until it goes wrong.
Okay, I'm going to do a locate right here. I'll mark this with a, actually I'll do a white T here to indicate the transition point. but this is just included in the repair. Okay, located here. I apologize I left the camera running. I can't remember. But anyhow, I marked with a white T here. That's not to indicate that this is like a separation in the repair. I'm just showing that because this is where it transitions to concrete, which would be right at in the middle of the sidewalk. And again, this is where if the city were to be responsible, it's likely it would start right here and extend out to the main lateral. So that's why I marked it with a white T to show that. Only 3 feet deep there, a very shallow line. And now that it's all drained out, we can have a better look at how deformed this line is here. We've got roots and stuff coming through this joint. Towards the end there, it was very bumpy, but alright, did a locate here, just drew a white arrow, just showing the direction the pipe runs right in the middle of the front yard at 2 feet 3 inches deep. We're going to keep working back. Alright, did another locate here at 10 feet, another arrow. It's in the bark dust, obviously getting close to the clean out. And I'm just going to do one last marking right up against the clean out. And you have a better picture of how bumpy this is back here, how deformed the bottom of that pipe is. What happens is that will deform it so much at a point it will just split wide open. But anyway, this is why I'm due to the damage and potential issues down the road, as well as the fact that it's a banned product and most cities and counties require it be removed. I recommend a full replacement of the Orangeburg and concrete section, starting at the cleanout and advancing all the way out. Basically, it's almost on the far side of the road. It's around the middle, but offset to the far side of the road, ranging from about 1 foot deep here at the cleanout to 4 feet deep out in the street. And I recommend contacting the city to find out if they are responsible for the portion of the line from basically the sidewalk out to the terminus at 80 feet. I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera out. I highly recommend doing a rescope after the repair work is done to ensure that it was done properly and that there's proper slope and grade, no bellies or anything like that. Because it's such a shallow line, that can be an issue. So you want to make sure it's done properly and works properly once it's all finished up. I'm going to do a last marking right here. It'll just be a white X, or I'm sorry, a white T indicating the trans from cast iron to Orangeburg. Alright, did my final marking. Again, white T right up next to the clean out. I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera all the way out. And I've already given a thorough rundown on all the issues.